So, had a couple of weeks off, went on vacation. That was a good time. I finally got all the odds and ends in. I was waiting on a new ignition barrel from Giiiiina. Obviously now everything works. I ended up not being able to use the cap they sent because the minute I put the key in, it got stuck. But the fairings are on. I have to do a couple of small things before I put the rear tail section on, but I have brand new seats, so I'll show that in the next video. But let's talk about these fairings. So I got these from ADVB moto out of France. I'm assuming these were Chinese made and they just find their way through France and they get passed on that way. They weren't the cheapest, they weren't the most expensive. They did go together surprisingly well. The quarter fairing, all the tabs for the headlight, everything was exactly where it needed to be. I'll talk about hardware here next. I ended up having to buy well nuts, push pins, some nylon washers, but the paint quality is actually very good. Dealing with these guys was excellent as well. They emailed me and told me there was a couple of blemishes, let me know. Also on their website it said that the bike came with a rear cover, which never showed up. When I contacted them, they said that there was a glitch on the website, so they offered to actually send me a rear cover free of charge. They were out of stock, so they sent me instead a brand new seat. So I did get a brand new front seat from them for about 79 euros. So the kit actually went together very well. It came with the double bubble windshield, the paint. There's some grease marks from me working on the bike, so on and so forth. I'm not putting the fender on because I got brand new Dunlop Road 3s going on because these tires are about 8 years old. The rear shot, the front's okay, but I'm not going to take chances, so there's brand new tires going on the bike. Otherwise, yeah, fitment. Had to drill out a couple of holes a little bit bigger, so on and so forth. This is a little bit tight. And then also you can see in there, there's some reflective tape that came with the kit, but there's nowhere near enough to cover it. So I had to order a roll of 24 by 36 inch from Amazon. I'm going to take the fairings off and line the entire thing in reflective tape. So as far as hardware, I ended up buying various sizes of nylon washers, white and black. Because as you can see, I got a nylon washer underneath this screw, which is black, and then a white one here, so I'm getting a little anal retentive. Well nuts from Mr. Jeff Bezos, and then push pins from Mr. Bezos as well. Okay, so here's the other side. I don't have the best light here today, but anyways, one thing I did want to talk about is these inner fairings. So the kit came with all the inner fairing kits, or the plastics, but the ones that it came with, these ones here, simply did not fit. And the reason they didn't fit is, let me just see, that's the right hand side. So the outside edge here, god damn it, let's set this down. This outside edge here, when you actually put it in here, it would flare out. So it wasn't tucked like this one or anything like that. So I ended up having to reuse the ones that came with the bike. So that was the only negative of the kit, is these plastics here for some reason didn't fit properly. Now, that being said, everything else on the inside, actually push pins in, all that other good stuff, everything fits as it should. So, got to do the wiring on the rear taillight, which is on the bench. I wasn't able to find a second set of OEM turn signals, so for now I'm just going to run these LEDs and put resistors across them to slow the rate of flash. Like I said, I got the seats, so that's going to get finished up here. I got the rear lock. The only thing is I don't have the little release mechanism for the rear seats. I might have to order that from China yet again because I can't find any used OEM ones. So yeah, so all in all, I think the kit looks really, really good for what I paid for it and how it went together. And like I said, the seats, once I put those on, are going to look pretty decent. So yeah, I'm just going to strip these back, put the liner in. I might do that on a follow-up here. On another, well, I'll make it part of the same video. And yeah, down to the tail section, got to do the tires. I'm going to put the fender on once the front tire's on. I'm missing the, I got to, install the inner chin spoiler between the two fairings. But otherwise, like I said, everything bolted up. Nothing was, too far off. So yeah, these were pretty good. So I'll put a link in the description below of the actual kit and the folks from France. And like I said, really good to deal with, very good communication. They didn't leave me hanging. So I think it's much better than dealing with a Chinese outfit. These guys basically act as a buffer, and just, yeah, it was a decent experience. Oh yeah, and last but not least, I might have something else in the truck, but that's going to be for later because that's to do with the new thing. And that's to do with the new thing. Yeah. Oh, and that's to do with the new thing. But anyways, we'll talk about that later in a different video because that's a different project. I'll give you guys a hint. Name that bike. Hint.